Greetings to attendees. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Vitali and I'm an application engineer in JeraSoft company. As usual, I will be a moderator and a speaker of our webinar today. This is our fourth webinar session and you will be able to watch our previous webinars on the official YouTube page. Before we start, I would like to mention that this webinar is being recorded and we will provide attendees an access to the video recording in a follow-up email after our presentation, so you can review this webinar at leisure. Of course, the recording will be published on our YouTube page too. If you have questions that concern our webinar, you will find a chat panel in the right side of your browser or window where you can type your questions directly to me and I will answer you right after our presentation. In fact, today we are going to make a brief review of all announced new settings, improvements, features for new major release 3.12. And we strongly recommend you to take a look at our revision list with all features described in details. Moreover, in Handouts panel of GoToWebinar application, you will find a PDF document with a list of all useful links. Here is Handouts panel. Also, here you will find an article about Core API usage, so you can download it and take a look or read it one more time. Well, all useful details have been described, and now we are going to talk about the most important enhancements in the new release 3.12.0. Starting from the new version 3.12.0, JeraSoft team delivers new powerful business capabilities, namely Internet of Things and telco-specific services enabling providers and VCS users to build calls, data, SMS, and gain new revenues from IoT services or from new offers that telco providers would like to launch. Let's talk in details about new feature. After the upgrade of the platform to the release 3.12.0, you will find new option service in the configuration panel. This section represents list of services that are pre-created in the system. And of course, it's easy to create and use special service that you are going to provide your customers to build them regarding to specified service scenario. To get started with services, click the New Service button. And as you see, you need just to fill out the next form where you can easily create new billing service entity and any other kind of offers, services that you would like to provide your customers. It can be a special notification, let's say billing based on quantity of sent notifications, special events, actions, usage of data, etc. As you see, manager should define a special name of the service. Basically, based on this name, you are going to add new type of the service to any kind of other options in the billing. And this service entity, you are going to determine, under this service entity, you are going to determine the special units of measurements that you can choose from the drop-down list. So when you are going to choose data, you will find a list of megabytes, kilobytes, gigabytes, etc. If you are going to choose time, here is information about time, units of measurement, seconds, minutes, and in event, there is just one unit of measurement right now. The next option, IDEN code, is a special field to identify services within XDRs sent by the switches that serve more than one service. Based on the unit group, you will define rating parameters of the service and presenting of data in the reports. Let's say rating you are going to do for the calls in minutes, but you want to view reports and duration of all calls in seconds. As you see, for each service, there is a default list of units measurements. It's going to be changed when you are going to change the type of the service. Let's consider these parameters from unit section. So the first one, rating. Rating parameter means what's the value you are going to use for the billing. When we are going to the rate section, you will find the column rate, and basically here you're going to define what will be the rate. Is it going to be per minute, per second? Here in the rating, you are going to choose this parameter, let's say for the time. The next parameter, rating parameters, means what is the value will be used for minimal billing interval and for next intervals. So when I'm going to the rate sheet again, you will find the minimal and next intervals. Here by default, before it was seconds. Right now you can change it to any kind of new units measurement that you can find from the drop down list. The next option, reports, means the value that will be used to show results in the summary report. Would you get the total in seconds, minutes, etc. So when we are going to the summary report, you will find details and you will find the total volume. Is it being in seconds or is it being gigabytes, events, minutes? So you just define the proper units of measurement that you would like to use. And the next option, the next field, detailed report, means the option that defines the value for data from XDR report. So when we are going to the XDR list, like a CDR list, you will be able to find what will be the units of measurement for each record. Is it seconds, bytes, kilobytes, etc. Also, I want to mention that for data type, let's go back to the services. For the data type, when I go in to choose this service, this type of the service, you can find two kinds for each value. Like there are small letter and the capital one. So the capital letter means that system will use scale 1024 kilobytes, megabytes, bytes, etc. The small one means that billing will be based on the value of 1000 bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, etc. Service option has added new functions and fields to many other sections. And basically, we make a brief review where you will be able to find new options that relies to the service parameter. So this option allows you to add new flexibility to manage any kind of data and mix services to make the best offer to your clients. So let's go to the next window, and it will be the rate sheet, the rate table. Before I start, I want to mention that all improvements that were done during the upgrade to the latest release, so when you will get the services tab, the services field, so all data from the previous upgrade is going to be migrated. Let's say data such as rates of calls, records about calls, factor watcher rules, traffic processing rules, presets. So all this data will be properly migrated to the new version with the correct type of the service that was built. Basically, all data will be migrated with the type of the service calls. So right now, when you're going to open the rate sheet, all other options, you will find the new parameter service, and the type of the servers for your data will be calls by default. So from the version 3.12, you're going to create new billing services, new entities, and it means you're going to create new type of services, and define for them rates, traffic processing rules from the beginning. So let's start our view from rate table section. I show you the first improvement. There is the new parameter, the new field service in the search filter. By default, first open list of rates will rely to the service calls, as I show you. When you choose another type, you will get the new list of rates for proper services. Let's choose the SMS, or let's take a look on the data rates for the data usage. Here it is. Let's go to the next step, to the simulate, where you will find another improvement. There is again the same parameter service, and you just need to choose correct type of the service that you want to use. Let's say we are going to take a look what will be the cost of the SMS to this destination. Oh, it's Antigua and Barbuda, and the cost, as you see, 18 cents. Well, the next tab will be import, where on the second step of the import process, so I just need to choose the correct file, push the button process, and on the second step you will be able to define the proper service that you are going to use, that you are going to offer to your customer. And here you just need to define this type of the service and download rates to our system. And in export tab you will be able to choose type of the service that you want to unload from the system. Is it calls, SMS, data, IoT events, etc. That's all changes in the rate table. Next parameter service you will find in the presets, where you can create or change the type of the service to the proper one. So let's go to the presets. You will find the new rule. Let's say you're going to create the rule, and there is one more field, service. So just choose the proper type and you will be able to apply the new preset rule for the terminator, for the originator, etc. The same option is in traffic processing. Just choose the correct type of the service for the rule that you have created. It's pretty easy. Now let's move to the packages, where service parameter has appeared in the limit section. So when you're going to add new limits, you will find one more field where you can choose the proper type of the service, and you just add some volume, some free limits that included to this package. Also, we want to mention that, as you see, there is a little bit new interface of the package, and we will come back to these new advanced options a little bit later. The next changes regarding this service implementation you will find in the reports. In the summary report, there is the new group by parameter service. Let me show you. Also, there is the new filter service. So you can get details for a special service or view details for a service usage for all customers. Moreover, there are two new columns, service and units, to get proper understanding what is the service has used by your customer and what is the unit of measurement you have defined under the service section in configuration service. Then same changes you will find in a rig term report, where you can find detail about new group by parameter service, the filter button, so choose the correct type of the service. Also, when we are going to the profit report, you will find on the first position the new group by parameter and the same filter. In LCR report, you see new basic filter that allow to choose the proper type of the service. Right now it's added by default, so you just need to choose data or to get proper report for the proper period of time for the proper usage. As an example, there is just termination to one carrier of the data usage. Instead of all CDR name reports, as you see, there is no CDR list right now. It calls XDR list. So instead of these reports, CDR name reports, you will see XDR name. So there is the new XDR list, XDR re-rating, etc. And under XDR list, you will see information. In extras, you will find the new parameter service to filter data. Also, in the generated report, there is new column service, and there is a new column unit. The last one is used for defining proper billing entity that is used for the billing of the service. Is it the seconds, minutes? So you just define the proper units of measurement. Also, instead of conf ID, so when I'm going to choose the conf ID, you are looking for conf ID, now you need to choose the session ID. This is the new column that is going to define for you the unique identifier, the unique ID of the record. Is it the call, or maybe is it the data usage session, or sent SMS, etc. So now you are going to choose the session ID to get the proper information about some record, about some XDR. Like in the LCR report, when we are going to the XDR re-rating, it's also renamed, you can choose proper service. So this type of the service will be rebuilt, and based on your other filters that you're going to choose. In the report templates, there is just one thing that relies to migration of the calls data. By default, for all reports templates, system will add filter service and detect type calls. Here is example. For every new template, for different services, you should create and save new templates. So right now, all your previously created templates will rely only to calls. If you want to create a new report for data usage, please create this report, run this report, and save the template. When we are going to save the template, here you will find in the filter data what is the type of the service you have specified here. You can add 2 services, 3, 4 of them. It depends how many you have created. Well, and the last one change in statistics section, you will find in archive management. So archive statistics is moved to the bottom of the page. Here is archive statistics, and active statistics details are improved. They is divided based on the service usage, service type, as you see here. So also there are total volume per service, day, months, extra details about traffic that were processed, paid, new CDRs, new volume, re-rating XDRs, etc. Well, that's it regarding the statistics improvements. So these all options where you can find new service button and new improvements regarding this functionality. Now we are going to the Factor Watcher. When you open the Factor Watcher tool and view the list of factor rules, you will be able to find the new column service where you can choose from the drop-down list proper type of the service, and this rule is going to monitor some conditions, some factors that you have specified here only for that type of the service. Well, let's go to another report, to the routing analysis, where you will find the same parameter service. So as you see here, from the drop-down list, you need to choose the proper type. Is it the calls, SMS, etc. Also, I want to mention that in the new release, 3.12.0 instead of destination number, because we are going to provide absolutely different services. It's going to be renamed to the party ID. So here you need to add or the B number or some other parameter that will be used for sending data, sending traffic to the endpoint, to the next point in the chain or to the endpoint. Well, and the key improvement you will find in configuration gateways. So when we are going to the configuration gateways, I want to mention that VoIP gateways was renamed just to gateways. And when you open the management, the control panel of the gateway, you will find new improvements. So there is the new option service as usual. Just choose the proper type of the service. Also, when you're going to change the type of the service, system is going to change collector. So when I'm going to change calls, there is the standard list of collectors. When I'm going to choose SMS, there is another list of collectors, etc. For calls, you can easily change the basic time parameter. So when you are going to use the JeraSoft VCS command, you will be able to choose correct units of measurements. Well, and also for the data, you can do the same thing. You can choose kilobytes, megabytes, like logical megabyte, classic megabyte, etc. I want to mention that we can add absolutely new units of measurements to services and to the gateways based on the customer's requests. It's not a problem for us to add some new units, to add some new type of the services that you would like to provide for your customers and that you would like to bill. Let's say you want to bill heating of water, electric energy consumption, etc. It's not a problem. So we are going to add these units of measurements to the system and to the services button, to the services panel, to the gateway, and we will be glad, this is very important, we will be glad to consider possible development of the new collector that will parse data from the switch. So you just share with us the format of this XDR or the format of the radius packet that we're going to receive to the switch and how we need to process this packet, how we need to define what is the value, what is the units of measurement, and how it should be presented in the billing platform. Well, there are some other minor improvements, such as new variables in the invoice templates. Also, there are new improvements in the API testbed, for sure. So when you're going to choose the configuration services, you will find new actions, new methods that you will be able to run. And as a conclusion, after the upgrade, you will get the powerful platform to build any kind of the new services that you want to sell your customers. Also, our support department will be glad to introduce you in details all functions that rely billing services and assist you during creation and launching of the new billing entities such as SMS, data usage, etc. Some IoT events. It depends on you what you would like to run. Well, we have passed services improvement and now we are going to the next point of our webinar. This is core API usage. So this very important improvement, this very important point of our new major release, core API usage. It's a new mechanism for real-time integration with third-party systems, including mobile applications, customers, portal, etc. It's designed for high-frequency calls and optimized for the best performance. Core API provides limited number of the most used methods and plan to be extended in the future. Also, we need to add that Core API has fully detailed documentation for all methods, including examples, types of parameters, etc. Well, we will be glad to provide you this documentation. There is an example of this documentation, so all needed details that are so important for the developer. And you can send a request to the email support@jerasoft.net, and we will share this document with you. It's a PDF document. Also, I want to mention that from the next minor release 3.12.1, it will be added to the web interface too. So when you're going to the billing platform, you will be able to find in the system section the new maybe core API option, and here you will be able manually to generate this PDF document and use it for for creation of internal scripts that are so important for your business. Another very important point we have to mention that all methods available through Core API make the similar API methods at Management API deprecated. Please pay attention on it. Another very important point is that relies to the next major release 3.13.0. So from that release 3.13, methods equivalent to Core API will be not supported in the Management API anymore. One more time, I'm going to repeat it. So from version 3.13, all methods equivalent to Core API won't be supported in the Management API anymore. So right now you can easily download this document, get this document per request from our support department, take a look on new methods and use it and try to you are going to change API methods for your business usage to the new one. It's much more powerful, it's much more faster for usage, and it's going to grow your business for sure. Well, regarding Core API usage, that's it, and let's go back to the packages, to the retail section, and talk about improvements in the packages management panel. Now the list of options is a little bit new one, so let's go to the creation of the new package, to the edit package button. As you see, this panel moves to the right side of the packages menu. Also there are another new options. So what are the new options? There is the option Advanced Renew. Advanced Renew, it's an option that activates package before usage period starts and also charges money from customer's balance or create pending charge if it's not enough funds on the client's balance. So what is the main option, the key of the usage of this option? Basically, based on your company's policy, you would like to send invoices to the customer and add information about subscription fees, activation fee for the package usage before this period is going to start. So you want to add information about package usage for May, but you are going to include it to the April invoice. So here you're going to define advanced new parameter, let's say 1 day. So this charge, it will be active or pending charge, will be added to the system. What's the difference between active and pending charge? Active charge means the system automatically will charge this money from customer's balance immediately. Pending means that right now it's not enough funds on the customer's balance and the package will be marked with the yellow circle. So it's going to be activated when customer will refill his balance and it will be enough funds to give an access for usage limits from this package to the customer. Well, another very important option is the renew due. So this option explains how long system will try to activate package after the start of the new billing period. when customer doesn't have enough funds. When this period is over, cancel package system is going to cancel package for the customer at all. So let's say when from the beginning of the new billing period, you define that system tries to activate this package next 5 days from the beginning of the billing period. If during this period if customer doesn't refill his balance and it's not enough funds to activate the package, so this package will be deleted from the customer at all, and it's not going to use it anymore in the future. Well, and another point, another important option in the packages menu, it's on hold option in DAD limits section. So right now you can set how many days platform should keep a respective DAD on hold state after stopping of DAD usage by the customer. So it's not going to reactivate it anymore, and of course you're going to specify on hold date. So it means that you just need to choose what should be the parameter, and system will change the state of the DAD to the hold for the next 4 days, as an example. Well, I want to mention that after the update to the latest version, on hold of existing packages will be set to the largest value of all hold days from all DADs with tags specified in 11 tags. So here, before you're going to define the hold day parameter under tag for DADs, right now it's going to move from DAD tag to on hold option in package. It's pretty easy. Well, another very important possibility, it's the ability to assign package in the past and add package minutes backdated. After you need, so first of all, you need to assign to the correct client, you need to assign correct package, define like the date in the past. And if you want to add these free limits based on the package backdated, you need to run rerating process. Yes, it's obligatory. You have to assign the package, then you're going to XDRs and run rerating process. So you run rerating for this customer, and system will apply 3 minutes or events per packages limit. That's it. Another point of the new packages menu is the packages prioritization. It was reworked. Now the package with priority number 1 will be higher than the package with priority number 2. So right now the package with priority -10 is higher than the package with priority 1, as an example. We need to note that it has been done to align same logic to all priorities in the system. Also, all existing priorities were auto-converted for all previously created packages. And the last point of the packages, the last improvement, is the code deck field that you will find near limit section, under limit section. So right now it's easy to choose correct code deck and use it for some special destinations. That means you are going to unify some countries' destinations using just one name, like Europe Union countries, Eastern Europe countries, and based on these code names you are going to provide some special limits. Well, packages improvements is over, and we move to the statistics section. We move to the customer dynamics. We have implemented a new type of statistics report that allows your company to watch clients' dynamics. As usual, customer dynamics report is represented in the form of the table. However, you can create a chart effectively interpret key information and facilitate the decision-making process. So just generate the chart, view all needed information, how you want to do that based on the standard reports functionality. In the report, you will be able to get details about quantity of active customers, how many active customers right now on your system, how many customers who are using your services for the last time. Also, you will be able to find information, the summary of all negative and positive balances, and what is the final balance, what money you're going to owe or you need to pay to another carriers. Do you receive the margin? Do you get the margin or not? Also, details about refilling of the balance. So as you see in March, we received 2 payments, and in May there is 1 payment too. That's very important, yes. And if you want, there are 2 other special sections of the report. As you go, it's a usage of services based on their available balance. So pay as you go, you want to use it, pay for it, and you're going to use the new package or some services, etc. And here you can get summary details about usage of packages, activations, renew of the package, renew quantity, renew total. Here it is. Well, extra details, of course, you will be able to find in our docs portal in the user guide section. So here is information, detailed information about packages, customer dynamics usage. It's pretty easy. Also, we add new filters to the summary, ORIC term, and XDR lists. So now you can filter data based on the client static tags or account ORIC term tags. So this is an example of the summary report. Here is the new filters. The same filters in the ORIC term report, even more. And XDR report, you will get the same information. So right now you can add some special details, special text to track that part of the traffic and generate special reports. So it's much more flexible to get that kind of report, that information that manager is looking for. Well, and the last point of our webinar that we are going to introduce today, it's provisioning API. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got it. So we have implemented the built-in provisioning API that can be used to call external handlers. So provisioning API provides a mechanism for real-time integration with the third-party systems, including soft switches, gateways, and CRM systems. It calls predefined handlers on occurrence of specific events in the system. The handlers are allowed to modify data, allow or forbid the action, or simply process given event. Prior to that, VCS Core API and Management API provide utilities needed to receive requests from the external system. Now you can configure VCS Billing platform to send requests to your third-party system automatically. So you where Billing is not waiting for the request from some external script. Now we can generate some action and send information to this external script to run some action outside of the Billing platform. As an example, let's say you have a switch that doesn't support radios but has API. You can easily use provisioning API functionality to block the customer when he reaches the limit. So after client's balance become negative, we need to run some script that you have specified, that you have prepared on the server where Billing is installed. So system is going to send information, script performs it, and sends some request or result to the third-party system. Another example, might be creation of the customer in your CRM system. So after account create on the billing side, it's going to create the same client on the CRM side. That's it. As you see, you just need to choose proper action that is going to be monitored. Here it is. Clients create, before, after. When you choose the proper action, you need to define the type of the task of the handler. It can be HTTP request or internal script where you're going, and you just need to define here to type the link or to add the path for the script type for the HTTP request. That should run on the third-party software. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found this session useful and informative. Thank you so much for your attention, and it was a pleasure for me and for JeraSoft team to prepare this new release for your this new release 3.12.0. So we will be glad to schedule with you the time slots for making upgrade of the system to the latest release. You will be able to test new service functionality, get new improvements in the retail module. I hope also that this webinar was informative, and we will be glad to receive a feedback from you after the webinar session. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for one more time for your attention. We are happy that you are using JeraSoft Billing platform. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye.